Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager for Pure Pursuit Automotive, here to introduce you tonight to our newest acquisition, this beautiful 2013 Jaguar XFR-S. This is one hunk of car. This is a 550 horsepower, 5.0 liter supercharged engine. Beautiful, beautiful carbon fiber throughout the entire, the top of the engine compartment here. Coming down to the front of the vehicle also, you've got the beautiful RS badging here for the sport badging. Big open area with a lot of intake for all of that air that this engine eats up. And it needs it with all of that horsepower. Beautiful, beautiful Stratus Gray metallic. Has the adaptive headlamp with intelligent high beams on them, which are fantastic at night. Of course, you got your parking sensors on the front here as well with your air dam and scoops to let all that air in again continuously. Supercharged badging here on the side. Looking down here, you've got these beautiful 20-inch Veruna gloss black wheels with your red calipers here with the Jaguar emblem on the side. Huge, huge brake calipers that you need because this car has got a lot of power, and it also has a lot of stopping power. Jaguar badging here that goes along with the body panels matching. You got this beautiful black leather interior with the vented seats here and this red that offsets it, and it's just absolutely fantastic and beautiful. You got your badging here on the interior of the seat, and of course we'll get into the interior of the vehicle here in just a second, but that beautiful carbon fiber again that is offset by the black leather, and of course the red stitching that offers the absolute perfect aside to that. So moving along here, we're going to go to the back. Lots of room back here as well. Not just for the people in the front, but for the people in the back as well. You got lots of room in the back here. You have the Jaguar badged floor mats as well. You got storage space on this side, storage space on that side. And of course on the interior of this here, you've got your spare. And of course you have your battery back there because there's certainly no room for it up front with all that performance on the engine. So this is the back of the vehicle also. Back here that you've got the camera so that as you're backing, you've got a total idea of what's behind you as you move through there. Jaguar cat badging back here. And what I really like, which is the tip wing in the back here. This is again carbon fiber wing which holds that car down at those higher speeds and gives it that really, really smooth look in the back here. Got your parking sensors in the rear, and of course those beautiful chrome tip exhausts as well that exhaust all that engine. So I've got the car warmed up now, so let's go ahead and start it up and get ready for our test drive. As you can see, we're inside the interior now. I haven't started up because I wanted you to get the full effect of some of the electronics and the technological aspects of this vehicle. So as we start it up here, you'll take a look at these vents right here, and you'll see that these automatically pop up. And what's great about that is that these things, when they're closed, they keep dust and things like that and particulate matter from getting inside the air conditioning units so that they're always clean. You've got a clean flow of air through each of those, so it's really a fantastic attribute to the vehicle. So let's go ahead and start with the front of the vehicle here, the cockpit, if you will. The has an adjustable steering wheel here that can go up, down, and back and toward the driver, or to where you can adjust it for yourself. The steering wheel is absolutely perfect. You got this beautiful leather here. Of course, the Jaguar cat badging on here. Controls on the steering wheel, which we'll get to in just a minute. The sport badging. Starting from the left side here, it's a real simple cockpit array of instruments. You've got your speedometer on the left. You've got your indicator in the center here, which gives you your park, reverse, neutral, drive, etc. And it's got a clock in the middle as well. You've got your fuel gauge there, tachometer on the right side. And as we move to the right here, we've got your interactive multimedia area here. And what I really like about this is it's touchscreen as well. So you can go to each of these different things that you want to take a look at. Like in this particular case, we have the stereo on at this present time. And as the stereo system, if you decide that you're going to go to something else, you can change that obviously to whatever you want. You can do it manually, or you can do it on the steering wheel of the vehicle as well. Fantastic stereo. Moving on to radio here, you can again select whichever. You can put your presets in here. You've got your CD and DVD also, because it's got a 7-inch screen for that. Satellite radio, if you so choose to get Sirius satellite, you can call and set that up. It's got a 3-month initial run for that. You can put your videos in here and run these as well. once you insert the disc. And certainly you can go to each of the other components, which in this case you've got navigation. In your navigation, as this comes on, obviously will pop up and give you where you're at. You can pre-program these to whatever location you want to go to. It'll remember locations, and it will also give you interactive information on restaurants, fuel stations, things like that. So that way you've always got this interactive information here for yourself. And climate control next. This is your air conditioning, your seats, and that depends on whether you want heated seats, air-conditioned seats, etc. You got your left and your right that you can change so that your passenger can be in whatever comfort mode they're in. The driver can have their comfort mode. If one is too hot, too cold, or whatever, you can set that for whatever is necessary. And you can also sync it up, or you can do the climate off with these things as far as that goes, so that you can completely turn that off if you so desire. And of course, once that's back on again, you can set it up and go right back into the climate control again, and then of course go back to your interactive video and media center. So again, you can set your left or your right, and that's seats, that's vents, that's floor, everything. So okay, moving down here, you've got your lock and unlock for the vehicle here. You've got your eco stop to put economy mode in, the ever-present hazards should you need to utilize those, and then you have your manual shift for navigation, phone, or just to pull the menu up. So I typically leave the navigation on unless I'm listening to something, because you can pre-program your radio. Moving down here to some of these manual modes here, you've got your volume here for your stereo system, and of course you've got your modes here for the different types of FM, your tuning, etc., whatever you want to shift into. On the right here, you've got your climate control, and again, you've got left side and right side for the driver or the passenger to be able to set these up, or you can turn it off completely should you desire. You've got your max air, and of course you've got your rear window defroster as well in the winter if you decide that you're going to need to defrost that. And then on this side, you've got your automatic for the seat control, etc., and whether or not you want to have circulated air or non-recirculated air as you move through here. And of course you can control that from several different methods. You can also control it from the steering wheel as well. Again, here's your start and stop button here, very easy to access to. This is basically your sequential shift drive in your sport mode. You can put it in here for your steering wheel, your transmission controls here, and real easy going from park to reverse to neutral to drive, etc. And of course, as you turn the vehicle off, it depresses, which I'll demonstrate here, and goes down flush with the mount here on the console itself. So that way it's out of the way. There's nothing going to pop it or hit it, knock it over possibly. And of course, we'll go ahead and start the vehicle back up again. Then you've got your controls here, which are your non-skid controls. You've got your different modes here for sport mode. Lets you know a little bit about these particular things as you depress them and select them on the front, the viewing area that you have on your control panel. You've also got an area here to where if you so desire, you've got a cigarette lighter, or that can be utilized as a 12-volt system to where you can plug in a junk plug in there. You've got your beverage holder here, and just one quick touch opens that up. You can put your drinks here as needed and necessary. You've got an internal middle console here, which you can see has 3 different controls here. You've got a 12-volt USB port, and then an auxiliary for speakers or adding any other type of adjunct electronic equipment. And you have a storage area here that you can put CDs in, DVDs, things that you want inside your vehicle that you so desire in the center. And then as you take a look in the back here, you've got dual controls for those in the back of the vehicle here, so that they control the flow of the air. And also you've got kind of some space back here that you can put some things. And of course you've got yet another electronic outlet here that you can utilize to plug in things to charge your phone, etc. Up here we have this dark linear aluminum finish here, which is absolutely beautiful. You got your sport badging up here, and of course it's just really tiny small button here that when depressed opens up your glove compartment where you find your owner's manual as well. Just a simple touch brings that back up here, but all in all, just the accents here with the grays, the aluminum, the carbon fiber, and just all the absolutely beautiful red stitching here that I think really offsets it. You got your beautiful leather steering wheel, filtration, 18-way power driver, 14-way power bucket seats with seat memory. And the next thing I'd like to talk about is the beautiful Alcantara leather headliner that you got here. Just absolutely beautiful. And not only is it plush and fantastic to look at and really accents the vehicle, but it also acts as a sound deadener as well and a sound enhancer when you have the stereo system on in the vehicle. So you've got your Bluetooth microphones here, and of course you've got your automatic opener here for your sunroof / moonroof. Once you depress that one time, that opens. Once it's open, you got your air screen here that allows that air to pass over the top of that without that typical normal scream that you hear when you're driving, that whistle that you get. And of course, once you press that one more time, automatically closes. And you can either leave this open here for the glass where you've got a lot of light coming through, or you can just go ahead and close this itself, and you've got that completely closed. And of course, you've got your touch lighting here for both sides. You just touch it very lightly, it turns on, kind of like aircraft lighting in an aircraft. And of course, you've got your your speaker systems up here. This is the back portion of the vehicle, and I'll go ahead and you can take a look at the rear. It's got a screen so that when that screen is put up, you're limiting the amount of sunlight and heat that comes in the back of the vehicle there. And of course, once you're done with that, you can take that back down automatically as well. And that about does it for the inside of the vehicle here. It's something else I might mention also before we take off is the vehicle has dynamic stability control with track DSC mode and active head restraints here as well. So all in all, one of the most beautiful interiors. The Meridian stereo, output 825 watts of power and sound, which is tremendous and fantastic. So all in all, fantastic vehicle. So let's go ahead and get ready and take this thing out on the road. My favorite part of the job, doing the test drive on this. We're going to take this out for a little bit, hit several different areas with it just to give you an idea of the performance of this particular vehicle. So as I always let everyone know, before you get ready to go back, check your mirrors, look both ways, and utilizing the rear camera, always swivel your head around, look first, use that only as an adjunct. Don't use it if you have to depend on your life for it. I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea of how this system works. It's kind of a radar essentially, and what it does is it measures the distance that you've got between objects with a radar beam, and as you start getting closer, that beam's going to start off slow, and it's going to get louder and tighter as you come almost in contact with another vehicle. And you're going to see that in just a second here. As I back up, you can hear it starting to go off. And as you get closer, stops. That's as close as I'm going to get, but it gives you a general idea of kind of what it looks like. This also gives you an idea of a parking aid alert here and lets you know exactly where the vehicle's at in proximity to what you might be close to. So we'll go ahead and take off now, and this is one fantastic vehicle. And what I really and truly love about this vehicle is that it's high performance, 550 horsepower, 5.0 liter engine, supercharged. But at the same time, it's a sport luxury vehicle, and the luxury and all of the technology that's involved in this vehicle is absolutely fantastic. As you can tell from the vehicle itself, the colors, I mean, especially right now at dusk this evening, the colors really kind of pop. You've got that beautiful gray color of the vehicle itself that comes out and stands out, as well as the performance. We're going to go ahead and give you just a little bit of an idea of, speaking of performance, of how this thing performs. So here we go. Yeah, and that's how you do that. Smooth, quick, responsive, shifting without any jerking whatsoever. Goes through all the gears, powers through them, at the same time having complete control of the vehicle itself. This is one of the most responsive vehicles I think I've driven. We've had other Jaguars in the past, and I don't think there's any comparison between the Jaguars and the XFR-S, the sport badging, etc. This is one tremendous vehicle. We're going to go ahead and turn left here, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea of what paddle shifters are. Paddle shifters are on either side of this vehicle, and what they do is they essentially turn a vehicle that's an automatic into a manual shifting car. So that way, as you're power shifting and putting the vehicle through its paces, you're able to take it down in gears. On the left side is down, and the right side's up. So as you'll see, as I go down in gears, I'm going to take that down into first gear. This has got 8 gears. I'm in first now. I'm going to go ahead and power up through the gears. First, second, third, fourth, and so on and so forth. So essentially, again, you're able to power shift as if this vehicle is a manual transmission vehicle, except your hand doesn't even have to leave the steering wheel. It just simply goes to either side, left down and right up. Go ahead and hang a left here. Do a little bit of a a hill, just to give you kind of an idea of the traction of the vehicle and the sports of the vehicle. You've always be aware of your surroundings, obviously, but a little bit of a, yeah, carnival ride there. Very responsive. The braking itself, crisp, pulls you to a stop without jerking you to stop. Excellent vehicle on all accounts. The stereo system itself, everything in the car, the look of the car, the way the car drives, the sound interior, the performance of the vehicle, it's absolutely tremendous. So you can own this vehicle yourself by a simple call to me at area code 816-659-3027, and I'll line up a test drive so you can come down, take a look at the vehicle, and see for yourself what a true performance this vehicle is. So I look forward to seeing you at our new location at 1619 Walnut, down the crossroads. Talk to you later.